Hello, my name is Alexis Smith, and today I will be presenting my action research project for the Educational Leadership Capstone, entitled Collaborative Professional Development to Help New Teachers. My topic is Collaborative Professional Development for New Teachers. Think back to when you were a brand new teacher. Some came in prepared with teacher training, while others came in with nothing. Yet everyone is expected to teach on that first day, whether they knew what they were doing or not. This is a trend amongst teachers in schools everywhere. Teachers are thrown into teaching with an expectation that they can just do it. Professional development is usually a requirement for teachers to maintain and renew their license, so it's often provided through the district or school. However, oftentimes it's just assigned based on current trends in education, instead of being personalized for each individual teacher who needs it. I can think of many professional development workshops and seminars where I left feeling like I'd either learned too much and didn't know where to start, or hadn't learned much that would apply to my actual classroom. All of this leads to the topic of collaborative professional development for new teachers, a form of professional development that is actually helpful and applicable to new teachers regardless of how much training they have received. The problem I found at this school specifically, but likely applicable to all schools, is that there are new teachers who have limited or no teaching experience. This is a problem. They come in without the tools needed to be successful. This leads to feeling overwhelmed and eventually burnout. Without prior experience or education specific to teaching, new teachers come into the classroom without the proper strategies they need to be successful. At this school, there is a strong culture and climate. In order to really fit into the school, they need to know what that looks like and how to be a part and maintain it in their classrooms. If a teacher comes in that doesn't maintain the culture and climate and doesn't have effective strategies, they could negatively impact the students and their classroom environment. So, for my action research project, I aim to address the topic and problem by implementing collaborative professional development at the school. The first way to do this was to participate in instructional rounds. Admin met with the new teachers and discussed goals and evaluated how they're doing. They discussed what they would like help with, and decided what they should look for while observing other classrooms. The teachers and admin then observed teachers teaching at their school throughout the day. Taking notes as they did, after each class they debriefed and discussed what they saw and what strategies they would like to try themselves. The veteran teachers then led a staff meeting, professional development session, where they shared their ideas on topics they considered themselves experts on. These topics included instructional strategies, classroom management, and routines and procedures ideas. After this meeting, admin met with the new teachers and discussed which strategies they could apply to their own classrooms. I chose mixed methods research because it allowed me to collect data in a variety of ways. Using open and closed-ended questions allowed me to better understand how collaborative development impacted the individual teachers. Teachers were given a pre-survey to complete before participating in the collaborative PD. This assessed where the teacher started in terms of knowledge of teaching strategies. I also conducted a pre-interview where I asked questions to better understand their stance on teaching strategies. These same questions for the survey and interview were given after participating in the professional development. These results allowed me to assess whether the collaborative professional development was in fact effective. After the surveys and interviews were completed, I analyzed the data. I started with coding and categorizing the qualitative data received. I separated results into common themes and categories. I then compiled this data and transferred it into a bar graph and pie chart to visually depict the changes from the pre and post surveys. The results were positive overall. The results of the survey indicated that 50% of teachers considered themselves to be somewhat knowledgeable in all three categories. 50% indicated they had no knowledge. After the survey, those 50% who were somewhat knowledgeable improved to very knowledgeable, and the 50% who had no knowledge improved to somewhat knowledgeable. Teachers also indicated on the survey and through the interviews that collaborative professional development was in fact the most effective form of professional development for them. The main limitation of the study was the sample size. Because the school is small, there are only 15 teachers at the school and only 2 of them were brand new. Had this been a larger school with more teachers or the same school with more new teachers, the results may have been different. The other limitation of the study was the questions depended largely on the teacher's own perception of their knowledge, as opposed to admin's perception of the teacher's ability to demonstrate understanding of these strategies. The main barrier of this action research was getting the scheduling to work, as we had to coordinate timing with new teachers and veteran teachers to ensure the days came around for observations would be good days for classes to be watched. Another barrier came up when in the project when there was a tragic death of a student at the school towards the end of the study. This greatly impacted the climate of the school and the drive to complete the project. The implications of the study are applied to teachers and administrators. The results of the study can be used by administrators to provide more effective professional development for their teachers. Since professional development is required anyways, it would be a good idea to include PD that actually helps the teachers and use PD they could learn from and directly apply to their class. I recommend all schools implement a form of collaborative professional development throughout the school year. I personally will apply the knowledge I learned from this action research project to my future as an administrator by first checking in with all teachers, but especially the new teachers. I will make an effort to check in with them and see how they're doing. I'll ask them what they need to start with and be active about providing that help. I will also apply the knowledge gained from this project by implementing collaborative professional development for all of the teachers on my staff. I will provide an opportunity for my teachers, especially new teachers, and hopefully everyone, to participate in instructional rounds throughout the school year. I will also encourage teacher-led PD during school-based PD time.